Tuesday, 27th February, 7:32 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let me start out with offering my condolences to the family of this nursing student, Laken Riley, killed in Georgia. My condolences to the family, her parents, her sister. You know, Joe Biden has been tangled up inside of our government for eons. Now he's going to go to the border. Oh, but he's not going to go to Eagle Pass, and you know why. He's not going to go to Eagle Pass. He might run into that Texas governor down there, huh? He don't want to go see what they've done. He don't want to go see the, the damage. This young lady is just a mere statistic. With Joe Biden and company, she's just a little statistic. Oh, yeah, the White House put out a little statement. They wouldn't have even done that if this wasn't an election year, by the way. This nursing student, camera back on, this nursing student, there's a high chance that she actually said the Pledge of Allegiance during her lifetime, as short as it was. Pledge allegiance to the United States. But don't seem like the country had any allegiance to her, huh? I mean, I want you to think about this. Joe Biden, you've been tangled up inside this government. Senator, representative, president, vice president, all these years. Is anybody from your administration even going to go console these parents? I mean, Kamala Harris is the border czar. Is anything even planned to go talk to these parents and explain to them? Answer their questions. They're citizens of this country. You get paid $400,000 a year. And let me remind you of something there, President Biden. It's the Constitution that gives you the power. It ain't Congress. Congress doesn't give you any power. To protect this country, to protect the borders of this country, it's the Constitution gives you the power, okay? You should already know this, but evidently you don't because you keep saying it. This young nursing student was minding her own business. What's her death worth? E.G. Carroll got $83 million awarded. She's still living and breathing last time I checked. The state of New York has assessed a fine on a civil matter for $350 million against Donald Trump. There's not even a victim. Nobody died. So what's this nursing student's life worth exactly? It's shocking, ain't it? Now you got a president who sees how important the American people as a whole see this border security. And he's going to run down there and try to put a Band-Aid on this. You know how you got these people, you remember they used to cram for exams? Well, people used to cram for exams. Those usually weren't your smartest people generally, Hurry up and play catch up. Those kind of people in life. When you got people that does that in your government, you know what usually the result is? Now, I'm going to say this in this video, and I think there's something to this. The women of this country, I believe your lives are more in danger. And every day this fool is in the office of president with the policies on this border, your lives, law of averages, are more in danger. I want you to think about that. Why is that? If you'll notice, and the press has talked about this, the actual news networks that shows video, it's more males coming to this country, younger males coming to this country, okay? You see, I don't know what these people coming from these other countries, what are they taught in their lives, right from wrong? We know most of them can't speak real good English. So you think about that. You better think about where you're going, what you're doing. There's a student, from what I gather, she was basically killed in broad daylight, minding her own business, trying to exercise. Joe Biden is unfit to be president, okay? We know this. It's a shame to see this young lady's life ended. She'll never be a wife, never be a mother, never be a grandmother. So when you lay your head down, Mr. Biden, you just think about that. Think about that. A parent that has to suffer such a thing and to realize what the policies are in this country. And even some of these states, by the way, catch and release, catching criminals, turning them loose. This is awfully terrible for this family. I feel for them. But there will be more. We had a lady killed in California here. There was a story on. There will be more, okay? More of these illegals will kill some more people. There will be crimes committed against people. We don't know who they are. We don't know what kind of... They're not Americans. We don't know how they were brought up. I don't know what a person from Venezuela, how they view, right from wrong as far as certain things, Different countries are different. You just can't let people just waltz into your country. And then who's going to feed these people? Medical attention, housing. Who's paying for that? Driver's licenses. I mean, if they get a driver's license, do they understand the street signs, the road signs, I mean, what do they understand? Not to mention some of these illegals will have babies. You know what that means, right? That baby will be a U.S. citizen, according to the law. So you couldn't probably deport the mother, could you? Now, I'm not saying all these people are bad, but you got to have a process. We had a process. Legal immigration, where you screen these people. They're looked at closely. Not just show up at the border, throw them in a bus, take them to a processing center. And here's something else that needs to be talked about. I don't know how this is. This governor of Georgia, is asking some questions. Well, the American people deserve to know the answer to this. Exactly what does the government have on these illegals, the ones that are processed? Remember, they're not all processed. But the ones that are supposedly processed, what does the government have on these individuals, and where is this information kept, and who is it sent to? Fingerprints, DNA, past criminal records, whatever it is, pictures. What kind of IDs are they given? I mean, if one of these people shows up at my damn front door and I start inquiring about them, you know, this happened to me, by the way. A lady knocked on my door. She'd been involved in an accident. She knocked on my front door at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know, the first thing I wanted to see is some ID. And I got to see her ID, and she was actually a nurse at a hospital around here, and I helped her. I wanted to know who I was dealing with. And so that I called the law to get her assistance. So President Biden, you failed this country, okay? And you're not going to make a little old snap trip down to the border, Brownsville, you know, make this look good. I thought, you're not going to fool us anymore. You never fooled me to start with. You're a failure. Kamala Harris, you're a failure. You even got caught up in this. You answered the question when they kept asking you, is the border secure? What's Biden going down there for? They've been talking for 3 years. The border is secure. They were like parrots. The border is secure. Homeland Security, Cabinet, the border is secure. Why don't you all go tell this to the parents of that nursing student? Explain that to her or them. It's a real travesty. And you know, in 2015, we had a person come down an escalator in an expensive building in New York City and said what? The truth. He said the truth. When he got elected, what did he do? He did the right things. And then when Biden gets elected, what did he do? He did all the wrong things. And the result is things like we see with this nursing student. There's others. She's not the only one. Well, that's going to do it. I hope everybody has a nice day.